Hey, welcome back to another episode of Married at First Sight, Season 16, Episode 9. I'm going to try to do this as quickly as possible because I just want to make a few points because we all know this show is redundant, it's repetitive, and they just keep recycling. You see all those R's? And speaking of R's, who are those dudes in the RW hats at Eris's party? But we'll get there soon enough. So the episode starts where, guess what? Dom and McKinley are divorcing. Yes, she said, I am over it. I'm over it, bro. She's done. She can't take it. He's been too negative, but she's been the one complaining. Mac cried on camera. Was it real? Was it fake? He cried nonetheless. She cried as she was walking down the hallway with her bag and her box as if she'd been laid off. But we know she hadn't been laid off because she's 25 and probably has no life experience with being laid off. She has virtually no life experience. Why was she even getting married? Why did her mother sign her up to get married at such a young age? And clearly she's too immature to be married. Like the smallest conflict, which wasn't a conflict, she was ready to bounce. She was like, deuces, I'm out. I'm out, bro. I'm out. She couldn't take it. She was over it. And then she didn't like him. And she said he was being negative. Was he really being negative? That's my question. I don't think production would have admitted some rage and anger if he was being negative. But she did, I think, say it was off camera that he was mistreating her or talking crazy to her. So maybe that did happen, but I feel like if any sort of rage or anger or drama from Max and would have been caught on camera, they would have definitely edited it in. So, we go to, was it Clint? We're not going to even go blah, blah. Basically, Clint was in the park throwing a frisbee. He said Gina wasn't attracted to him because of his red hair, but I look like her dog. And they do look alike. They're like doppelgangers. I said that in the last video. They kind of look alike, like the way the hair is, the fur on Hank, Gina's dog, and the way Clint's hair kind of hangs. They kind of look alike. So you married your dog. But then we go to Eris and his cousin, Foul, who is hating on Jasmine because she said Jasmine was fake because by the way she answered her questions, which were just standard questions that anybody could answer. So I guess in her eyes, every woman's fake when it comes to Eris because she really secretly loves Eris. We all know this. She secretly has a thing for him. They're play cousins. They're not real cousins, or they're just kissing cousins. I don't know. It doesn't seem real. And speaking of real, I drew a picture that looked real to life like Eris. At least I think. Take a look. Because I was on one of my favorite vlogs, Regular Guys Random Thoughts channel, and somebody in the chat said Eris was easy to draw. So here we have it. I drew Eris because I felt like that was a personal challenge given to me. Does it look like him, everybody? How about this one? Does it look like Eris? Tell me what you think in the comments. So, this episode is really about the parties. They were having their parties, their housewarming. And how about this? Some wise woman once told me in my 20s that you cannot call it a party if there was no dancing. It's a gathering. So label it as such. It's a party if there's dancing, gathering if it's no dancing. So call it a gathering. But it wouldn't have made sense with the title of the show. So they had their parties. Everybody invited people over. We have, Gina went to lunch with her friend, and she was talking about how she and Chris are basically trauma bonding. She's nervous because when they first have their conflict, like, when's the conflict going to happen? It's going so well. She's one of those waiting for the hammer to drop people, for the shoe to drop people. I mean, I'm kind of one of those people because just the way things are set up, some things you're just kind of waiting for the hammer to drop. Like, oh my, it's going so well. What's going to happen to destroy it? But that is self-sabotaging Gina. And I'm sure she's been doing that throughout all her relationships. She probably self-sabotages on some level or is mistreated because she believes she's going to be mistreated. You get what you believe you deserve. But enough about my spiritualism, my manifestation beliefs. But so they all have their theme parties. And is it me? Does Lifetime have like a closet full of decorations for these theme parties, because I swear I've seen those Mexican decorations before. And is that cultural appropriation? Because these kids today would probably say, so you're culturally appropriating. That's racist, putting up Mexican decor for a Mexican theme party. That's racist. But I mean, it's just a party, it's a theme. They had Mexican food. And speaking of the other theme, Chris and Nicole had flamingos. That was kind of cute. I like that little flamingo meditating statue they had. I thought that was cute. And, but let's go to Eris and Jasmine's party. Because, Jasmine invited Auntie Titi over and her sister came over. And the two guys in the trucker hats that said RW came over looking like characters. They look like straight up cartoon characters. And didn't one of them have splash paint on? I think so. Something crazy. But they were just talking about like, how would you be, if it wasn't for the dogs, is that the stumbling block for you, Eris? And he was like, yeah. What if there's only one dog? That'd be good. But no, he's just not attracted to her. And everybody online says it's the teeth. I really think it's the nostrils. It's the nostrils that he doesn't like. I mean, she's not an ugly girl, and it could be the skin. She has, some skin issues. Listen, I notice everything, okay? So, sue me. No, don't sue me. I didn't mean that, because I know it's going to be some idiot who's going to really try to sue me. Don't sue me. But I notice everything. And Eris probably notices everything, too, because he's trying to be an actor in Hollywood, so he probably has this Hollywood mindset. Everybody needs to be perfect. He wants a perfect woman. He wants a cross between Lauren London and Serena Williams. I don't know if that's perfect, but in his eyes, that's perfect. But speaking of a cross between, is it me or does Nicole, is she a combination of Jerry Seinfeld and Sarah Silverman, the comedian, or is it Sarah Silverstein? I don't know. I don't like her. I don't find her funny. But Nicole does look like a cross between people. Like, I like to do mixes and mashups with people, or people and animals. Like I said, Clint kind of does look like Gina's dog. But so let's move on to Shaq and Kirsten's party. Kirsten will never like Shaq, and let's just end it. Like, I mean, we see this week after week. The show is just redundant. The same stuff happens every week, but we continue to watch. And so this time at the party, now, Kirsten is saying, I'm a bad kisser. No, you just don't want to kiss Shaq. And just say that. It would bring more drama to the show if you just say, I don't want to kiss you. You look crazy to me. Like, the way your eyebrows are always up like that. You look crazy to me, Shaq. If she would say that, it would be better TV. I mean, they should have taken notes from Michaela. Michaela gave us great TV. Like, Hurricane K gave us great TV. And that's what Kirsten can't do, because she's boring. She's boring and dry. She's a pretty girl, but dead behind the eyes. Like Tyra Banks used to tell people on America's Next Top Model, you are dead behind the eyes. Smize. Like, be happy with your eyes. But she's just dry as all get out. But, they actually, after the parties happen, because there's no need to talk about the parties. We all know what happened on it. Like, oh, well, what do you think about this? Are you guys having sex? Do you have chemistry? Like, what are the quirks? What do you need? I need to learn something more. We've heard it all from season after season, what happens at these parties. So the couples get together and they all, start discussing, well, how's it going? Blah, blah, blah. Nah, nah, nah. Who's had sex here? Production put Mac up to that, because who's just going to ask a room full of couples, have you had sex yet? Who out of us has had sex with each other? That's when Nicole reveals to the group, yes, her back is in fact being blown out by Chris. Go figure. He is not a 1 minute man. I mean, he's more like a mystical. Slow motion with me. I like it like that. She working that back. I don't know how to act. In this case, Chris is working that back. But I see what they do. I see you for your works production. You put things in people's mouths. It happens on every reality TV show. Production kind of forces a conversation that wouldn't naturally happen that way. So basically, Dom and Mac reveal we're getting a divorce. Because I'm all about positive vibes here, no negativity, and I don't want to change anybody. I forgot to mention that how um, Dom's mom was so disappointed and sad that this didn't work out for her. Like, you raised her. You raised her to be one sided, one dimensional, and to be self serving and selfish. This is your child who you tried to force to marry at 25 when she should be out in the world discovering life, traveling, going to nice restaurants, dating several guys, partying, dancing. But you wanted her to get married at 25. So it's your fault, Dom's mom. So, but back to the couples together revealing that Dom and Mac are getting a divorce. The look on Kirsten's face was like, oh my God, what? We can do that? I didn't realize we could do that. You beat me to the punch, Dom. I was going to do it because you know the contract says only one couple per season can separate mid-season. I wanted that to be me because I don't want to kiss Baldy Locks. Shaq. But anyhow, I don't really have much to say. But tell me, do you like my picture of Eris? Is it accurate? Or is this one accurate? Or should I draw more? Because I think that could be a thing where, there's this Instagram page that, draws the housewives. But maybe I could take that up. No, I'm not going to copy that. But, like and subscribe, drop into the comments, tell me what you thought about this episode, and tell a friend, and yeah, later. Oh, and next week we see that, another body shaming issue, or not body shaming, but just someone feeling body shame, because Chris is going to tell Nicole that, you are thicker than a Snicker. You are thicker than the women that I typically date. Don't do that. Just, if you're not attracted, just say you're not attracted. And you've already smashed. Now she's all into it. Because you know what? Women are thinking straight until they have sex. Men aren't thinking straight until they have sex. So now Nicole's probably all in her feels. And now you drop that on her. So now you can like and subscribe and tell me what you thought. Tell a friend. Peace.